If your house is in foreclosure right now, you're probably thinking that it's over. The house is gone, the money you've paid into it is gone too, and there's nothing left for you at this point. But I want you to know that's not true at all. At the start, you might still have money in your home, money that belongs to you and your family. The problem is, foreclosure is not going to just sit there quietly. Every week that you wait, it will chip away at what's left of it until it's completely gone. So that's why in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what happens to all of this money once your house is in foreclosure. But most importantly, I want you to know how you can still hold on to what's yours before it all gets wiped out. Most people imagine foreclosure as a one big event. They picture like a sheriff at the door or an auction sign hammered onto the lawn or a sign on the front door. One day you're in your house, the next day it's gone. But that's not how it really works. Foreclosure is a process. And in states like New York and New Jersey, that process can drag for months, sometimes even years. That sounds like extra time, but it's not free time. Because while you're waiting, the foreclosure is draining money from your home every single week. And the longer it goes on, the less of this money is left for you in the end. Look, here's the part that surprises most homeowners that are in your situation I talk to. Even once foreclosure begins, you don't automatically lose everything. Let's say your house is worth $800,000 and you owe $650,000. On paper, that means you've got about $150,000 left. That money is supposed to be yours. It could be the cushion that you use to move or pay off your debts and even start fresh. But foreclosure eats at the cushion every single week. It's like a slow leak in the bucket. You think you still have time, but by the time you look again, most of it's already gone. So where does this money go, right? It goes to the court that adds their fees. The bank hires lawyers and bills their hours to you. The late charges never stop. Interest piles on top of interest. And if your insurance runs out, the bank puts on their own policy, which usually costs double at the minimum. And all of that gets taken out of the money that should have been yours. That's why foreclosure doesn't just threaten losing your house. It threatens the money inside it. This is where I need you to pay attention because I know what you're telling yourself. You say you'll figure it out when things come down. Maybe the bank will work with you and that you've got time because foreclosure takes forever here. And that's exactly the trap. Yes, foreclosure does take time, but that time isn't free. Every month you sit frozen, the foreclosure is draining you. And what looks like a safety net is getting smaller and smaller. And most homeowners think foreclosure means that your house is gone. Everything is gone right away. That's true, but not at first. You might still have tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars left in your home. But if you continue to wait, the closer that belief becomes reality because foreclosure is designed to strip away what you have until there's nothing left to fight for. I've seen homeowners who could have walked away with $60,000, $80,000, even more, enough money to get back on their feet, end up with nothing because they waited. I worked with a homeowner who had about $100,000 in their home at the time when the foreclosure started. They were scared, embarrassed, and just kept hoping that something would just change. And then 6 months later, that $100,000 was down to $40,000. And by that time, they finally decided that it's time to act. And half of their money had been wasted on fees, lawyer costs, and interest. That's how foreclosure wipes people out. Not because they didn't have anything to begin with, but because they let the foreclosure process take what was left. If you're in foreclosure right now, I want you to hear this. You are not the only one, and you are definitely not a failure. Most homeowners, they just don't know that foreclosure works this way. They think that they'll get one big notice with a red stamp that says, you lost everything. But that's not how it happens at all. Because it happens very slowly while you're waiting for a miracle or hoping that one day you will have what is needed to catch up and save it all. But knowing this, changes everything for you right now, because once you see the truth, you can start making decisions that will protect what's yours. So what happens if you don't act now? Well, the fees will keep stacking, the bank will keep billing, and the interest is going to keep climbing. The courts eventually give the green light for the house to be sold at a foreclosure auction. And by the time the auction happens, the money you thought you still have will be gone. That's why homeowners walk away with nothing in the end of this, no money left. Not because foreclosure took it all on day one, but because they let the process drag on until it was so late. I don't want this for you, because here's the reality. Foreclosure can wipe you out, and it's not because you had zero options, but because you just waited too long to use them. Every week you sit frozen, more of your money will slip away. And once it's gone for good. So here's the good news though. You don't have to figure this out alone. This is your chance to get clear on what's still possible and map out the smartest moves to protect your home and your money before another week slips away. I set time aside for private Zoom strategy calls because every foreclosure case moves on its own timeline. And if you wait until you feel ready, the best options may already be gone. Let's not do that. Use the link below this video to schedule your call today.